Am I the only person who, when I carry heavy things, I get very, very irritable? That's probably a me thing specifically. I want to rip off heads when I have to carry heavy things, and so getting stuff in the car for markets is my worst enemy. Hi again. I am Fathom, and I am the founder of Other Fiber Creations, and today I'm just getting ready for another market because market season is about to be in full swing. When you're seeing this, I'll be a little less than half a month into my market season, because that's what happens when I post every other week is that I film and stuff kind of gets pushed back. That's life. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here before, sorry, I just jumped straight into it without a proper hello. So hi. I have a market tomorrow. I words. Okay. I have been doing one market a month during my off season. By off season, what I mean is that I am not able to pick and choose when I go to markets. There is a market on a set day that I go to or I don't sell that month. This is a vendor pop up market that I've been doing with some friends. My usual market season is that I sell at a farmer's market called the Providence Farmers Market. They are awesome. I've loved working with them. It's my second year there. And the big thing with them is that every single Saturday from the start of April to the end of October, I believe, it might be November. Let me check that. I don't know the answer. It's not on the poster. I should know the answer. I don't off the top of my head. But basically, every Saturday until near the end of fall, I can pick and choose any weekend I want to sell, as long as I have paid by the Wednesday before. So if I'm like, ooh, I actually have more inventory than I thought, or oh, my weekend just opened up, I can shoot a message over, send a vendor fee, and I'm there, which is something that, as someone disabled, is really important for me. I have to, in my off season, build my schedule around making sure that I have plenty of rest days before and after my market because I need to have income or else I will die. Thanks, America. During my regular season, though, I have a lot more freedom to be able to do what I need to do, and I can play it by ear a lot better. I am also able to pick and choose dates based off of when those close to me are available to be able to help me, which is something I greatly appreciate. So, tomorrow's market is the last market of this off season where it's a pre assigned date. I show up or I don't. They're going to sell either way. I have been prepping so much inventory because I have been trying to get ahead for my market season. When I'm actually in the market season, I know myself, I'm gonna be tired a lot more often because I'll be outside in the heat, socializing. As an introvert who loves the indoors, it's kind of the anti me, but it's what we do. I have this past month or so, let's pull out the project book, I have prepped 13 fidget shroom lads so far. I have 7 more to prep. Not going to be done in this video, that's for sure. I finished designing and creating the Granny Stitch hair scarf, which you can find on my Ribbler down in the description below. I wrote that pattern in the span of a week. I had a friend test it. It's cool. It's a little bit wordy because that's how I write things. And I released it early. When you're seeing this video, it should already be out. It's supposed to be out. Today, I'm filming this March 21st. I know the video delay sucks. And it's supposed to come out April 1st, but I accidentally published it. So if you happened to find that pattern before April 1st, surprise, I guess that's my April Fool's joke. Early pattern. Enjoy. I have made 24 baby dragons in the last month or so, based off the dates on this. Yeah, based off the dates on this, that is 24 in less than a month. I've made some adult dragons. I made some little tchotchkes for friends. It's been a lot of crocheting. Today's goal is to prep my inventory to take with me and to work on getting items on my Square site. This is not sponsored, I just happen to use Square. So that come May 1st, I just turn on all those listings and you all can view them online. Because I have established what works best for me as a disabled person running a business. I am proud of myself for that, because if you had asked me this time last year, I would have been in a tizzy with no actual workflow. So, I personally list new items every other month on the first of the month. So January, I did March, and now I'm going to do May. The items are ready before then. They go with me to markets before then. They are not available online until then, though, because I have to get photos and measurements and descriptions written. If the item happens to sell and it's one of a kind, it doesn't end up online. There are items that I've made that I made the entire listing for, and it sold before I hit publish. That's fine. I'm glad someone found it and liked it. Some items, though, I know are going to be made again. For example, the baby dragons. I make them in the same colors basically every time. Oh my god, the reflection. Wait a minute. Better. I'm singing now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need one more color for that to sound cool. I have 8 colors of baby dragons. I will just buy more of that same color and make them again. So, those will be listed over and over again. So I've made the listing. Now I'll just update the stock whenever I have it. Done. Same with the baby whales, wherever they went. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 colors of baby whales. Great. Some items, though, such as the lanky clown that went for sale in January, are one of a kind. That exact listing will not go live again because I'm not remaking that exact clown. Same description will get used, so I still have the listing here on my website on the back end for me to copy it, put it there, change the name and photos. All this is to say, I'm procrastinating. I'm giving you insight into how it works on my end, but I am in fact procrastinating, and I'm aware of that. I have a couple more photos to take of Prism the dragon. Let me pull out Prism really quick. One sec. This is Prism. I posted shorts, or I guess reels and TikToks, and I asked people for name suggestions, and TikTok had a lot of cool names, like, what was it? Sprinkle, Confetti, Walter. I liked Walter a lot. And then I asked Instagram, and one of my followers was like, Prism, and it just stuck. So Prism, Prism the Dragon is the name I stuck with. I mentioned in those videos, yeah, if you check my YouTube, I'll tell you the name eventually. So that's the name. Prism is the last thing I have to take photos of. Then I have a bunch of photo editing, which I do with Canva. I'm going to be upfront and not gatekeepy. As a small business owner, I think it's really good when we talk about what we use. And then I sit and I write a bunch. And the writing is the part I put off every time. And that's what we're doing here, right now. So, I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to get back to work. I'll get some B-roll for you guys to watch while I'm doing it. And then this video will probably include some market footage, yada yada yada, Shazam. I'm going to get to work now. Pew pew pew. Okay. It has been about 45 minutes to an hour since we last actually sat and talked. I'm gonna be honest, I'm using you as an accountability buddy so that I actually sit and do all my work. I know this is awful of me. How dare I? Now, for example, I'm looking at Leggy Circle Pals. Autofocus if it's a small item, or I will go in and manually blur the background. Well, I don't know where it went, so I'll figure that one out in a minute. A thing I have learned about running my own business is that it sounds like a lot of fun to a lot of people. And I agree. It can be a lot of fun. I love making my own schedule. I love getting to make these videos. It's a lot of fun getting to flex my creative muscles constantly. But there is so much self-discipline because action urge right now is to sit and play video game. I want to play video games so bad. I want to just turn brain off and play video game. And that's not an option if I want to have income of any kind and not die. So instead I have to sit here and get onto myself because the only person depending on me right now is me. I technically do not have to do any of this today. My inventory for the market for tomorrow is already accounted for. There's already enough input that it's fine. I could even cancel and they would not mind. My stuff is still packed from last time. You can see more about that up here, the last one I went to. It is the same location, so all of my stuff is still packed from that, meaning I don't have to sit here and actually go through it again if I don't want to. I can technically be done. I can just stop. But in order to be a business owner that's successful, I can't. Being a business owner is about showing up every single day. And my job is fun in a lot of ways. But I have to have the discipline to get onto myself to keep going. I have to have the discipline to find the motivation to do something with my life. Some days it's really easy. Some days it's really not. And today is I'm pushing through and I'm using you as an excuse to do it. Because my thought is, I'll ramble a bunch, I'll cut a bunch of this out probably, and then we'll go have a fun market tomorrow, and that'll be the reward. And getting myself pizza. I'm going to get myself pizza tomorrow, and maybe, if I'm feeling it, I am running out of pants because my thighs are too thick, and I keep tearing mine. So I'm going to get myself a little house set, like a linen shirt and linen pants. And then my next market, I'll get myself some more pants, and it'll be great. I'll have clothes again that isn't the same outfit over and over again. Right now, I'm going to go in starting from the bottom. Let's start with Velveteen Dragon Tiramisu. Okay, it is the next morning. I want to apologize because I didn't realize until this morning that the dialogue cut out of like the last 4 minutes of footage I filmed where I told you that I would talk to you in the morning. My bad. Sorry, you're deprived of my rambling. What's new? I am in my market day outfit. I feel good about it. We're going to do an outfit of the day because I feel like it. This is a skirt from Scarlet Darkness. I love this brand. It's a very fantasy brand. This is from their like Victorian pieces. And it has very deep pockets. I'm up to the elbow. Up to the elbow in this skirt. I love it. I'm short. It is down to the floor. And so I will put on feet for free. I will put on some socks and like a short pair of booted heels. On top, we have this under turtleneck, which I think is from Charlotte Russe. Is that brand still around? I heard Forever 21 went under recently. Charlotte Russe was like a brand I would go to because it had some plus-sized clothes for sale every time when I was younger. So I happened to get this and I have it now. And this top piece is a sweater that you and I have made on this channel before. If you're new here, you haven't seen it, so you should go here and view that video. If you've seen that video, surprise, it's back. I still have it. I don't wear it super often because it can be hard for me to style because of the cropped nature. because I like baggy overlayers, and so I have to kind of fix my silhouette sometimes, but I think it's cute. I'm going to be putting in my brown butterfly clip in a bit. I don't want to run around with that on. So, I'm up. It is 7:30. We leave at 10. I am waiting for the roommate to get up. He will help me clear out the car, put stuff in the car, such as the table. I'm patting the table like it is a small animal. Right now, my goal is to go through inventory and sort out what's coming with and what isn't. I do have some things I can show you in my bin. My bin is here. A thing that we have discussed before on this channel. Sorry, I'm dying. It's morning. A thing we discussed before on this channel is that I keep a bin between markets. Anything I make between markets goes in here. The day before the market, I put all of this onto my inventory tracker, which I did. The notable thing to introduce you to, where do I put the bin where you can see it? Do you need to see the bin? You don't need to see the bin. This is Prism. On my Instagram and TikTok, I told people that on YouTube I would tell you the name. This is Prism. Prism. I got lots of name recommendations. Thank you all. I had a name like Walter. I had a name like Sprinkle. What was some other ones? I'm blanking in this moment because I'm still tired. But on Instagram, the only name recommendation I got was Prism, and I just loved the name so much, it stuck. The other dragon I can introduce you to is Sparkle. Sparkle is named by my roommate because the white yarn, it's hard to see in this lighting, is Sparkle yarn. That's it. In the bin, I also have a Mothman. I have like 40 dragons. Not 40, 20. Math hard. Some baby whales. I have some of my leggy circles that you can get the pattern for on Ribbler right now. Let me show you what I mean by leggy circle, please. These guys are hard to hold. Leggy circle. I like to add little faces, so I have an angry eyebrow one, I have a blushing one, I have this one. They're cute. I like them. Picasso. So, goals right now besides rambling. Get this stuff into the bin of things going. Open the bin of things that are going. Take out anything I don't want to take this time, because I'm only going to take this and my folding shelf. The clothing rack, people liked looking at this stuff, but no one was interested in buying this last time. So, I'm going to save that labor for 2 weeks from now when I actually go to my regular market. So yeah. Once I am all packed up, I get to sit for a bit, decompress, do some gaming on my computer. Thank goodness, I want to play some games. I'm a little iPad kid. I want to play some games. I'm filming on my iPad. And then I will help load the car, and we will go get some breakfast on the way, because this market happens from 12 to 4, and we made the mistake last time of not having breakfast and not getting lunch while there. So we're going to get food on the way. So I will probably get some B-roll of me setting up, and then you and I will see each other at the market. Pew 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 pew. We have just finished loading the car. I am looking over at the roommate named Ethan, whose name is Ethan. He is my roommate. I am not in the sweater anymore, because I am a chronic sweater. But I am taking a breather. We are taking a breather. Because, am I the only person who, when I carry heavy things, I get very, very irritable? That's probably a me thing specifically. I want to rip off heads when I have to carry heavy things. And so, getting stuff in the car for markets is my worst enemy. It's outside, it's humid because we're in the south, it is carrying heavy things, and I don't like it. But it is done. Ethan is patient as always, which is appreciated. And we're going to sit for a minute, and then we're going to get breakfast at Wendy's.
Yeah.
I have an action urge joke to make, but I'm not going to, because that feels wrong.
Wendy's nuts.
Got him. Yeah, I'm gonna go actually rest for a minute now. I felt like I'm obligated to check in because I didn't film B-roll of me loading the car. So yeah, pew pew pew. Okay, we are all set up in the market. You are sitting on the top shelf of my display because I am lazy and don't want to clear more space for you than that. Sorry, not sorry. Ethan is sitting and staring at me from behind the shelf. You can see my butterfly clip in the mirror. He's right, there is a mirror. You can see, there it is. My unicorn is staring at you. But yeah, all in all, I feel pretty good about setup. I will make sure to get some footage so you guys can see what it looks like today. It is definitely a lower effort market. Not because it's not a good market so much as I just didn't want to. Didn't want to put in a bunch of effort. So yeah, we're going to see how today goes. If you're enjoying this video so far, you should like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe or whatever it is. And if you want to support me, click the links in my bio, I guess. Ethan, is there any words you want to say to the audience who can't see you right now?
Hello.
He says hello. That's it. Ta-da. Okay, it is the end of the market. Or rather, we're home from the market. If you hear any sound in the background, you shouldn't, but if you do, it is Ethan on a call with some friends. I am so winded from carrying stuff up and down the stairs. I should work out more. I mean, I work out twice a week, but still. I am tired, but we had a good day. I made a good amount looking at sales like we do. Open this puppy up. Give me that info. I sold mostly dragons, same as last time. I sold 1 adult, 2 babies. I sold some cats. All in all, pretty good. I hit all my payment goals. I'm glad. I also got to have a fun time because I did a few trades with people, which is a lot of fun. First trade I got, let me pull it out, some stuff from Gathering Moss Studio. I got to meet Denise. She's wonderful. Also, I know you're probably going to watch now, Denise. I saw you. I know you're there. We traded 3 of my fidget trim lads, making them the best seller of the day via trade, for 1 lovely little dice bag that I'm going to use for LARP purposes. I think it is beautiful. The leather, she hand sews all of it. It is amazing. 1 leaf hair clip. This goes in back of hair. Very cute, very nice. I am very excited to wear it. It's going to look amazing. And then this is a set of 2 sunflower clips. I wore one on my way out of the market. I changed into a hair tie because it fell out and I needed something just to keep it up while I was working because I didn't put it in well. That's on me, not anything about her product. Wonderful items. We traded 3 fidget shrooms for these. If you see her stuff, highly recommend. Very good quality. I love the feel of it. I think that it is fantastic. The other trade I did was 1 leggy frog for these cute sticky notes with a little skull in the corner, a sticker. I see through your bullshit. I'm very excited. I have a new laptop because my last one finally bit the dust, and so having some new stickers to adorn it with makes me happy. So I got those for 1 leggy frog. All in all, it was a really good day. I had a lot of fun. I got to talk to a lot of people that I have sold with before. I'm making some really good friends, coworkers. This is a discussion that I had to have with Ethan, my roommate named Ethan, at the event. He was like, yeah, you don't have a lot of friends to come over to the house. I'm like, right, all my friends are out of state for the most part. He's like, why don't you invite all your vendor people over? And I was like, are you going to invite your coworkers over? Are they your friends outside of work? He's like, some of them are. And I was like, right. How often do you see them? He's like, we spend like 8 hours a day together. I went, right. It's like school. They're your friends because you're around each other. You bond because of that. I really enjoy getting to see all the vendors. I do. I think they're awesome people, and I would love to hang out with them and get to know them more. But also, it is a work setting, and so being like, hey, yo, you want to come over and hang out in my living room and watch TV feels weird to me somehow. Might just be me. Maybe I'm overthinking it. So, my point is, I had a lot of fun getting to talk with them. We had lots of fun shenanigans. I always enjoy getting to sit and laugh and have a nice little goof and gaff between customers. I got to sit with this boy. I'm not going to say his name. I learned his name while we were sitting there. He's like 8 or 9 years old. He came and sat, and I got to describe to him the process of hand making things because he's like, this is too expensive. Nobody's going to pay for that. And I was like, let me explain why you're wrong and why I'm charging what I am. And when I explained it to him in detail, he's like, oh, then how do I get all that stuff so cheap on Temu and Amazon? And I was like, how do I explain to you, a child, what child and labor exploitation is? His dad pulled him away before then, so that worked out. That was a fun, 30-minute discussion with the kid. I got to sell a named dragon to a lovely couple, has a good home now. The owner of the place the event was in was so excited. Thank you, Kat. They were very excited to come by, pick up their baby dragons. All in all, really good day. With that, I think I'm done rambling. I'm tired, I'm hot, I want to play video game. I have pizza on the way. I'm going to eat pizza and play video game, and then tomorrow go play D&D. So I'm going to thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment, subscribe. If you're going to do one of those 3 things, make it subscribing so you can see all the other strange shenanigans and weird things I get into making around here. If you would like to support me other ways besides those, you can also go down in my description and find patterns I've released on Ribbler, as well as follow me on other social media such as Instagram, Pinterest, TikTok, Facebook, etc. Today's question of the day is, how do you determine what you will pay for a project or product? Words. Some people I know sit and think about it as like, oh yeah, I calculate it mentally based off of how many hours am I willing to work for that thing. Some people go, that sounds right, and they ballpark what sounds right to them. Other people sit and logistically do step-by-step math of, this is the amount of time I'm willing to have somebody put into it, and so that's the amount of time I'm willing to pay for, and meh, meh, meh. How do you calculate it? What do you think about when you're deciding how much you'll pay for something? Let me know in the comments below. With that, I'm going to play a game now. Thank you so much for watching, and bye for now.